Chef Cell was recorded on a cell phone in front of a fake audience.
You got to use my little versions of what I'm doing to get it right, and it's going to taste really, really good. You're going to be like, thank you, Chef Cell. Thank you. Hallelujah. Okay, let's get right into it. Hey guys, Chef Cell right here. Stop it. Stop it. Hey, how you all doing? Listen. It's now time, I love saying this, for Chef Cell's Keto Paleo Palace. I'm yelling about everything. Here's the deal. Today it's going to be keto, okay? Bread, you gave up on bread, didn't you? You figured, why not? You know what, I'll just eat the carbs and get unhealthy, or whatever happens to you, you get sick if you can't have it. No, don't wait. You got me just in time, okay? I'm gonna make a keto bread, yeast bread that rises and got the little holes in it and the whole bit, I'm telling you. And you gotta use my little versions of what I'm doing to get it right, and it's gonna taste really, really good. You're gonna be like, thank you, Chef Cell. Thank you. Hallelujah. Okay, let's get right into it. First thing you have to do, this is why I just put the ingredients down there in the description. Because a lot of people go right to the ingredients, they don't watch the video, okay? You could do that, but there's certain things you have to do that I just can't type. You know, it's like typing breathing. Okay, breathe in. No, not like that. Listen to me. Here's the deal. Very simple. First of all of the containers that you use, mixing bowls, pots, pans, little tea kettles, everything has to be warmed first, including the oven. I put the oven on start, 350, 2 minutes, beep, turn it off, close the door. We're gonna rise in the oven and we're gonna bake in the oven. You need that warmth and the heat. Also in the oven, with the rise and the baking, you're gonna have this little thing. It's called a pan, okay? I don't care what kind of pan. You fill it up with boiling water. That's gonna go right underneath, 2 levels. On the top is all your baking things. On the bottom is this pan. It's gonna be boiling water. Like I said, that's fine. You're gonna mix water, 1 cup of water and 1 tablespoon of fast-acting yeast or rapid rise. I don't care what you call it. Stick it in here, mix it around. Teaspoon, any kind of honey you want. Let it foam. 3-4 minutes while you're setting everything up. But before you do it, make this a warm bowl. Put hot water in it. Let it sit for 2-3 minutes. Pour it out and give me a cup. Maybe a little bit under a cup. I'm okay, trust me. Of that water. And then you're gonna mix that together in with the things I just said, all right? That's what you're gonna do. So I'm gonna get these things started over here. It's a stove. I don't have to turn the camera around. I only got 1 cell phone and this is it. I'm gonna go over there, get some water boiling and all these things, and I'll show you the next step. See? No rocket science here, okay? Just very low carb, natural, healthy, keto bread you can make yourself. By the way, 2 to 3 grams a slice, depending on how many you slice. I usually get 14, 15 out of it. Regular bread, I don't know, 23,000 carbs? I don't know. Look it up. All right, I got my foam going here. I don't know if I could show you this. That's the foam. You see it on the top? That's that yeast mixture with that honey and that very hot water, but I'm gonna say go about 105, 110 degrees if you wanna do it with a thermometer. You put your finger in it and you don't go, ow! That's okay. If you put it in there, it feels pretty hot. Don't make a big thing out of it. A lot of people have graphs and things and they do this whole thing.
But first we've got cold air, and as it pushes further to the south, along the leading edge of where that cold air is advancing,
shut up!
Not necessary. Not necessary. So that's foamy. That's ready to go. I got my pan with the hot boiling water on the stove. The oven is now warm. I put it on for 2 minutes at 350 to warm up. Boom. I don't wait till it gets to 350. That just shows me it's going to turn on, really. You know, when you put start, they all go on, 350. Turn it off after 2 minutes, okay? Don't be afraid of these things. Oh, I want to show you one other thing. This is the pan you're going to use. It's not the big usual pans that you use to make bread, but it's going to rise seriously, and it'll be just like a whole loaf of bread that you get at the store. So don't worry about that. So get one of these little things. I'll put it in the description. Most of this stuff you get on Amazon, including the ingredients. I'm telling you, these Amazon guys, they got quite a future. All right. We'll put that aside for now. We're going to line that with baking paper, they call it, or I'll call it parchment paper, whatever. You're not going to Pam it or anything, just parchment paper on the inside of this thing. You can deal, right? Not a big deal. All right, ingredients time. I have some oat flour here. Actually, it's the fiber from the flour. It's just oat fiber. Almost zero carbs in this stuff, and actually it's got some fiber too. You know what that's for.
How much longer, Skip? I gotta take a leak.
All right, let's see what we got here. You're going to put a half a cup of that in this bowl. This bowl does not have to be warmed up, because by the time you put the warm water in it and then you dry it out and you put the stuff in, it's not gonna matter. Speaking of warming up, I'm gonna use a KitchenAid, and I have this just soaking in really hot water too. Are you getting the drift here? I mean, it's a drift here. And everything has to be warm. And you're gonna get rising, you're gonna get the bubbly yeast, the whole bit. All right, we got that right. This is Swerve. I forgot to put that in, I'm gonna put it in now. 5 tablespoons. Chef Sal, Swerve, what's that? This is it's called the ultimate sugar replacement, and it probably is. It's erythritol sugar. It's made from alcohol sugars. It is natural. It is not a chemical made in Dow Chemical or any of that stuff. You're going to put 5. Now this is Swerve, which means that it's the fine version of this erythritol stuff. So it's 5 of these in there. I'm going to tell you why. The flour that we're using, the main flour, is called lupin flour. Look it up. Lupin's like a bean, that's all. It's all natural, this stuff, you know, so it's 2. So they grind up the beans. 3, 4, 5. And before you say, hey, you're not making a cake. You're not making a cake. What is this guy doing? I'm not making a cake. Do you know how much sugar is in bread? Yeah. I just got to tell you. But the lupin and the oat fiber, they have a bit of a sharp taste. So this is just to kind of get rid of that taste. Not adding anything. It's not adding any carbs or any poison or anything like that. 2/3 cup. Stick it in a bowl. Again, you get this all on Amazon. All right, up next, you can use Bob's Red Mill. This is a gluten flour. So obviously this is not a gluten-free product that you're making, so be very careful. No surprises, all right? Disclaimer time. Okay? Listen to me. All right. 1 1/4 cup of this has gone in here already. All right, so that's done. Xanthan gum. This kind of holds things together. All right, that's really all it is. It is not dangerous. If Bob's Red Mill makes it, you know it's good. Sorry, Bob. I'll never do a commercial for you again. Yeah. So what's in there? 1/2 teaspoon. I got 2 1/2 teaspoons of salt to really pound out the natural flavor of everything, I guess you call it. And that's pretty much it. So this is my dry. I'm going to grit me a whisk. Look at the foam now. Check out this foam now. I wasn't kidding. Everything has to be warm. See, now it looks like a cloud when you're in the plane and you see the clouds going by. I'm telling you, I got everything covered for you. I'm telling you, you can just sit back and roll one up.
And I don't work on nobody but you.
No, a taco. Sheesh. You got dirty mind. All right, let me get a whisk. Let's whisk this together. This is now heretofore known as the dust, as Chef Sel over here likes to call it. That is whisked. I'm going to show you a really cool thing on how to pour that in as the wet's going around and around under the paddle attachment. in your KitchenAid. See what I did here? Can you see this? All the stuff I use to measure, I put it on one paper towel, including the whisk. You know why? Clean up. Throw all this stuff in the sink. Take the paper towel, throw it out. No cleanup. Laziest man up front. All right. So now I have that little less than a cup of water and that tablespoon of yeast and that teaspoon only of the, now you say, okay, this has got carbs, you know, this is whole honey thing. No, it does have carbs. First of all, it's minimal. Second of all, the yeast is eating it and then converting it into, I don't know, carbon dioxide. I don't know. So all those carbs just go away anyway. And I know you know that too. You're not dumb people. I'm telling you. I got the dumb people on my side. All right. So this was soaking in some hot water. See? Just hot water. I'm going to dump that out. All right. So I'm starting out with the thingy here. Yes, I say thingy a lot. The speed on the KitchenAid. It's about only about 1 or 2 out of 10. I have poured in here. I have poured in there 2 room temperature eggs. Why did it have to be room temperature? We went over this. Or maybe we didn't. I don't know. I think it's gotta be. The eggs, room temperature is fine. 2 tablespoons of softened butter. How do you soften 2 cold, stick tablespoons of butter if you forgot to do it, like I always do? Little plate, cut them up in 2, microwave on high, 4 seconds at a time, swirl it, another 4 seconds, and you're done. We keep that in. I mean, come on. You're done, all right? So now after this, I'm gonna go get the dry stuff that I whisked together, and we'll take it from there. You're doing great, although all you do is watch it. Now you see this here? This gets really messy when you try to pour it in there as it's going. So get yourself any old pitcher, excuse my absence, or celebrate it. Bing, bang, boom. And just pour it in here. No muss, no fuss, no mess. Laziest man up front. Now we're going to turn this slower. And just pour it in slow. Little at a time. Okay, so I'm going to show you what it looks like coming out of there. It was mixing with the paddle. I would say 3 to 4 minutes only, just to make sure it's all mixed. Kneading time. You're going to knead. That's with a K. And this is really just to what I call pop the gluten. What that means is that with any dough that has gluten fiber in it, or God forbid wheat, you're going to see that it becomes more and more smooth and elastic as you knead it. And you're going to know when it's done. It's going to look like, kind of like Play-Doh, I guess. All right, see? Parchment paper, 2 pieces, 1 to go here and 1 to go here. You'll figure it out. It's very easy. Anyway, that's it. Just push it into the pan. Try to get it as even as you can. Now, all right, here's the whole regalia. Silicone mat. Very easy, right? Again, Amazon, or go to the supermarket, wherever. Rimless baking sheet, cookie sheet, whatever. I have the stuff in the thing. I told you I'd get technical. Parchment paper, line it. Cut 2 pieces. 1 long one this way, 1 fat one this way. Stick it in, work it in there. And there's your dough. Push the dough as much as you can to the sides. It'll rise on you, don't worry. I have my pan off a simmer. Now it's on high. It's going to start boiling soon. When that happens, this goes in 45 minutes. But cover it with cellophane, saran wrap, right? Cover it with Pammed saran wrap, loosely on top, loosely, because it's going to expand, right? Let me rise this with the boiling water, like I told you before, underneath. Close it up. Don't open it. Don't open it. Don't open it. Don't open it. And then I'll see you, all right? I'll be back in 45. I got things to do. So do you, all right? But don't go to another cooking show. Okay, 45 minutes, baby. Look at that. You see that? It's crazy, right? So it came up to almost 2.5 times its size, which is pretty freaking cool. All right, I reboiled my water because that's going back in there. and 375 on the oven. Put it in about 30 minutes, 21, 22 minutes. Check it for brownness on the top. You don't want to hurt this little baby. It went through so much, trust me. Okay? And if it starts, it starts getting a little bit too brown, aluminum foil, just tint it over the top and finish the 30 minutes. And that is when we will see you. How are you? You good? Can you see that? It's perfect. And also has that bounce. I want you to do the bounce. You ready? Here. That spring action means that it's basically done inside. You don't want it to be gloppy, when you open it up. But this is pretty much it. Now, a lot of people say you keep it in here and let it cool to room temperature inside the pan. Not me. You can do it if you want, but it gets soggy, okay? So you got to use your mitts, you know what I'm saying? And we're just gonna go like this. I'll show you the whole thing. I mean, look at that. Oh, there you are. Look at that. Yeah, it's crazy. All right, so I'm gonna let this cool just so I can cut it. You don't want to cut really hot bread, okay? It has to set first, all right? But that's some kind of bread, I'm telling you. All right, I will be back with a slice of life. I've been waiting for this moment. You probably have too. I'm gonna slice her up for you. We'll see what it looks like inside. I might even taste it. I'm not sure yet. Yeah. Oh, beautiful, just beautiful. I'll bring it over. It's still pretty hot, but I wanted to show you. We'll just make it all pretty. How's that? I mean, come on. Look at this. Look at this. It's real bread. It's real bread. It's still steaming. I don't know. Should I put butter on it? Probably not, right? Anyway, probably not. I want to show you exactly how together this bread is. I don't know if you could see that, but it's just, it doesn't crumble. It's really good warm. Anyway, write in the comments if you have any questions, or if you just love my ass that much, you could just write it in there. So you know what I always like to do. I know. You got to do it, right? Instagram.
What the hell is wrong with you?
Anyway, subscribe. What is it? Over here, I think, if you're watching on a computer. Subscribe, hit the bell, do this, ask any questions, and I'll put links to some of the things that I have here, like the right pan to get and things like that in the description. And just tell your friends Chef Cell is getting it done. Look at this. 2 grams, maybe 3 of carbs per slice. Unbelievable. I will see you next time.